Hello, welcome to C Sharp version 7 feature tutorials, Out Variables, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. So in this session, we are going to learn another important feature of C Sharp version 7, that is out variable. So out parameter is very popular when we want to return multiple values from a method. We all know that a method can return only one value at a time, but if you want to return multiple values, then we can make use of out parameter. Okay, by nature the out parameter is of type a reference type, and it works as an argument. Okay, and the condition if you want to use out parameter easily is you have to initialize out variable, okay, before it is passed. I repeat, we can use out parameter easily, but the only condition is the out variable should be initialized before it is passed. That's the condition. Okay, and let's see a demo of it. So here I have two methods. One is main method and the user defined method, it is AssignValue, and this AssignValue is having a out parameter. The parameter name is strName and is of type string, and this variable holds, this parameter holds a value I am from out. So what I'm trying to do in the ninth line is I'm trying to in the 10th line is I'm trying to call this AssignValue method. But if I try to call this method, the only condition is, because it's having an out parameter, what I need to do is first I need to initialize a variable. Okay, then I need to assign that variable to this out parameter. So then only we will get this output as I'm from out. Okay, this strArgu will be having the value I'm from out. So if you need to work with the out variable, out parameter, the only condition is first you have to initialize this variable and then you have to pass to that method. That's the thing how the out works. Okay, but in C Sharp 7 what we are going to do is it's going to reduce the pain of writing extra code. In a sense, we need to initialize the variable before it's passed to that method, but in C Sharp 7 we are going to just omit that, and you can just pass the argument without initializing them. So you can observe very clearly I'm not initializing the strArgu outside this method, but I'm trying to pass within that method itself, like as a argument. So this is the advantage, and this is the new thing present in C Sharp version 7 related to out variable. So what I do is right now, let me jump to Visual Studio and let me show you a demo of it. Okay, so here is my main method. So what I'll do is first let me initialize a method public. Let me make it static such that I can call it directly, and void, and the method name is AssignValue. So this is the method. So now what I'll do is first let me create a string, and the variable name is parameter name is strName, and I'll use out keyword here, and to this parameter strName I'm going to tell like I'm from out. Okay, I'm from out. This is the value it holds. Now what I'll do is I'll try to call that method AssignValue, and what I'll do is I'll try to out. First what I need to do is I need to initialize a value, a string strArgu. This is the variable, so I need to pass that here. Okay, and now this works very well. So what I'll do is let me print that here itself. So now when I call this method, what happens is it just prints I'm from out. Okay, so what's the extra step what we are trying to do here is it's very simple. We are initializing this variable before I pass to this out parameter. That's the condition we have to work with out. But out, this is going to be little bit easy in C Sharp version 7. That's what we're going to see. And right now we got the output I'm from out. This worked very well, but keep in mind in the C Sharp version 7 we can omit the initializing of this value, this variable strArgu. So this is how you can pass it. So now what I'll do is let me jump to my Visual Studio, and you can observe very clearly below that string I'm getting two dots here. When I click on that, this bulb is getting highlighted. So when I click on that, you can observe very clearly it's telling like inline variable declaration. My IDE is very intelligent such that it is suggesting me like you can initialize, there is no necessity of initializing this one. So it's telling me in that manner. So what I need to do is I'll just click on this inline variable declaration. You can observe here that variable what I declared outside, it's just pushing that inside this method directly. So we just avoided one step, okay, and that's the new feature in C# version 7. So what I did is, it was earlier like this, we were initializing earlier, but I just removed this, and here itself I specified the type. That's it. Now when I run this again, I'll get the same output as expected, that is I am from out. So that's the advantage, and this is the new feature present in C# version 7, that is out variable. We can call it directly without initializing any variable, okay, and we should pass the type when we pass that variable inside that method, okay, like this. So let me jump back to presentation, and okay, we can either use var as argument type instead to declare them. Okay, note that the variable are used here are in limited scope only, thus we cannot use them outside the method. Okay, since we can define variable as argument directly, C# version 7 gives us freedom to declare them as var also. So don't need to worry about the data type. At the runtime it checks that. So what I need to do is what the meaning of this sentence is, it's telling like instead of specifying the particular type, you just give as var. This also works very well. Control F5 and produces the same output as expected. So that's the meaning of those three sentences present there. Okay, and this is what the new feature what we learned. Okay, let me recall. So we can use out parameter easily, but the only condition is out variable should be initialized before it is passed. That's what this demo tells. But in C# version 7, okay, you can just pass the argument without initializing them, and that step is avoided here. That's the feature of C# version 7. Okay, when you use out variables. So, and these are the things we saw, like we can pass, instead of specifying the type string, we can specify var also. That's the meaning of these three sentences. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel Pro Training, and you can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our website. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.